UFC 314, Volkanovski versus Lopes, and I'm joined with Emmett.
Yep, hello. I'm
How's
back.
it going, Emmett?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
I'm doing fine.
All right, let's start with the early
Go
prelims, I guess.
right into this.
Yeah, let's
Go
get right
right
into
into
this.
it.
All right, we got Nora Cornoli. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Versus
Cannoli.
Haley Cohen.
Yep.
All right. Um.
I already have my pick. I
Uh.
don't know these people. I'm gonna
No,
go Haley.
I'm gonna go with Nora on this one.
Yeah.
So you're going Haley,
Um,
and I'm going
that
Nora.
kind of that make that. Actually, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say there. I'm gonna keep that silent.
All right.
Okay.
All right. On to the next one.
Is this guy named Treason, like treason?
I think it's
Treason?
Trayshawn,
Go
Trayshawn,
Treason. Treason. I'm
Trayshawn
going
Gore
treason.
versus
Treason Gore.
Marco
Mars
Tulu
Marco Tulu.
Tulu. Yeah. All right.
You're 62 at 30. Come on, man. Give me
Um,
Marco.
you going Marco?
Give me Marco.
I'm going. I'm gonna
As
go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Trayshawn Gore.
Treason, has he been in the? He's been in the UFC for a bit.
I'm going Trayshawn
Has
Gore.
He's gonna fight Bill Nickel.
All right. Well, I'm going Trayshawn Gore on this one, and you're going Marco. So,
Okay. Yeah.
all right. We got next fight. We got Sumaru. I don't know how to say that name. I'm not even gonna try.
I
Versus
just thought.
Mitch.
Yeah. Just Mitch Rapuzo.
I'm gonna go
Raposo.
Mitch, even though he has the
I'm
height
going Mitch too.
disadvantage.
Stu, I just looked at Stu. Literally just loses so
All right.
much.
Well, I'm going Mitch on this one. So,
Yeah, me too.
all right. Last fight on the early prelims. Cedric Ced, Cedricus
Yep.
Dumas Michael Olex. Okay, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Um, I'm gonna go.
I know.
I'm gonna go Michael.
I know. I think I've definitely seen him do something before. I don't know if he fought. There was a fight. He fought Shara last year.
I'm gonna
He
go
fought Kevin
Michael.
Holland.
I'm gonna go Michael.
Yeah, this guy's 0-3 from last year, but he fought actually decent people though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fault that on it.
I'm gonna go Michael.
Yeah, I think I will too.
You're going him?
Oh, he's the guy who got submitted. Like, yeah, yeah, sure. I'll go with him.
Okay. All right. On to the early prelims. I mean, not. On to the prelims.
The Okay.
We got Darren
After
Elkins,
this fight, I don't. I'll know everybody after this one.
Derek Elkins, Julian Erosa. They both look like
You know
journeymen,
what?
just by the records.
You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm just gonna look at them. If you look at their faces, you can just tell who's gonna win.
I'm going Julian.
Julian. I feel a Julian win. He kind of
Yeah,
looks like. He kind
I,
of reminds me of Gaethje.
I'm going Julian too.
It's his downward slanted eye. Okay. Okay. Let's get into the real stuff now, Nick.
All right, Jim Miller
Let's
versus
get into.
Chase Hooper. One of the
So
the early, probably the most exciting matchup I have for prelims.
this is a funny matchup. You know what I call I
Yeah, I
call
know.
this matchup.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know what you
gonna
call
say
it.
it on here, but okay. So this is the one I feel like I at least like. I don't know about other people, but I'm definitely gonna start getting interested by this fight.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
completely different ages, just far apart in age.
Yeah, no, this is literally like old generation versus new generation for UFC.
Yep. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff go. Jim Miller does have the experience, but I am gonna go Chase Hooper here. I'll
You going
go
Chase Hooper?
younger. I'm going younger over
I'm
older.
going Chase Hooper too. Even though I do, Jim Miller is pretty crafty with his submissions. So if it does lead to the ground, Jim Miller may be able to lock a submission. But on the feet, I think Chase Hooper is gonna win. I
I
think it's gonna
think
go to
yeah,
decision. I think it's gonna go to a decision. But if Jim Miller's pretty crafty, so he could manage to pull something off on the ground when Chase Hooper's not like really paying attention.
no, I think you'll get it done. I just
No,
like
no,
I think Chase Hooper is gonna
yeah, I
get it
think Chase
done
Hooper's gonna get it.
because like it's just because Jim Miller is just he's pretty old. Like
But I
he's
mean, he
like
won his last fight
he's
by submission. That's what I'm saying. He
yeah,
still has it in him.
he could do that, but I think this is more just for Chase Hooper, the younger
Yeah,
guy,
no,
to
because
kill him.
he's been fighting like old veterans. Chase Hooper. Same with his last fight. All right, on to the next one.
Next one. Do you pronounce her name Yan Ji Onan?
I think so.
I'm immediately going with her
I am too.
because
Yeah, because
I think
I know who she is.
she's
She just
the
fought for the title.
probably the closest person to beating Zhang Wei Li.
Yeah,
Like she did,
compared to like
like she
Tatiana
actually had
Suarez.
like I she did pretty solid. Like she would land a few good shots on
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She did get she did obviously lose that,
Mhm.
but I think it was pretty impressive just considering how dominant Zhang Wei Li is.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
I'm gonna go with her too.
You have the same thoughts?
Yeah. All right, we got
Okay.
the final fight on the prelims: Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson.
Sean Woodson. Sean Woodson is just he just looks so weird. I know everyone says that when they see him.
I
Oh
don't.
my god, his he just
This is gonna be. I mean, the one thing I'm noticing is the height difference. 5'7"
yeah,
to
he's
six
tall.
two.
He's a very lengthy guy. That's why he's so odd for like the division. Like he really does stand out. Um.
Hold on, give
Okay.
me a second. All right. All right, we gotta reboot this of it. All right,
But oh, because of Asher
and my sister.
and your sister.
Yeah.
Asher, you're gonna have to stay quiet for this. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. Next fight: Dan Ige, Sean Woodson. Now, the one thing that I'm noticing is the height difference. That's it's 5'7" to 6'2".
Don't look at that. Okay. I know my pick for this because I've seen both of these guys fight.
Yeah,
I'm going Dan Ige.
I'm also going Dan Ige.
Dan Ige is solid. He'll lose, but he's solid.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
the most impressive thing he's done is having that close fight with Diego Lopez.
And also, he wasn't ready for that fight either. If you think about it.
Uh, I'm not okay. He was ready for that. I
No,
know he's
I
ready for
know
it.
he
He
was
was
like
definitely ready for that fight. He was training before.
but he
Um,
didn't have a camp or anything. That's the thing. Like
no.
normally,
Well, I think he was training for like a fight not too like a few weeks later.
yeah, no,
But
it
I
was
think the impressive thing in general, though, is that it
3 hour
was
notice.
a very close fight, right? Like
Yeah, especially for
Dan
3 hour
Ige,
notice.
yeah, he was just being able to go in there. It's also like, I think the main thing I give him credit for is the mental stuff going
Mhm.
in there
Mhm.
and just being mentally ready. I think I feel like I'm pretty sure what I saw, he was trained. He was ready for a fight, but just being mentally able to come in 3 hours and like, okay, I'm gonna fight now against Diego Lopez, who is now
Yeah, no, that
fighting
was
for the
crazy.
title. I think it was pretty impressive. I don't know if Sean Woodson either like has good grappling either. I think Dan Ige could definitely take advantage of that. So
I'm also going to
I'm
do
going
Danny
with
game.
Dan Ige. Yeah.
All right, on to the main card.
Yep. Oh, I'm
Um.
seeing the Carlos Parad's Jeff Neal. That would have been a really fun one to
Oh
have on here,
yeah, bro. I
but
would have loved
it's
watching
not.
CP. I would have loved watching CP. Um,
Oh, you gotta cut that.
I ain't cutting that.
Okay, you gotta cut this.
I ain't cutting this either. On to the next fight.
Okay, that's just a crazy thing to
Um,
say. Leave it on. Okay, leave it up. Leave it up.
Nikita
Okay,
Krylov
Nikita Krylov and
versus
Dominic
Dominic
Reyes.
Reyes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo, if
I'm gonna go
I'm
Dominic
going
Reyes.
Dominic Reyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna win.
he's been
He's
on a
on
tear.
a streak.
He is after that title, after the 3 loss streak after the title. He's coming back.
He's got this. He'll keep on coming up.
No, 100%.
I feel like Nikita Krylov hasn't fought in a while.
I don't know.
Um, I fought last. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, he beat Ryan Spann the year that Dominic Reyes lost. I got trusted Dominic Reyes winning this. I think
No, hundred
he's
percent.
in that mindset now.
Yeah. All right. On to the next one.
Yeah, this is like I feel like honestly this is the second biggest matchup.
Oh no, this is 100% the second biggest. I'm more excited than this
Bryce
than
Mitchell versus
Gene Silva. Oh my god.
yeah, this is so crazy. Just everything.
Everything about this fight,
It is.
And
It
especially what
really
Bryce
is
Mitchell said
everything.
before. I don't
This is
condone
like one of
that,
the.
but
Honestly, this is. I feel like this is one of those entertaining stuff
this is
out there.
bro.
Even though, like,
Like Gene
even
Silva
though
barking at Bryce Mitchell and then Bryce Mitchell
he
saying you're
just
barking up the wrong tree.
Bryce Mitchell just having schizo attacks constantly.
Bro,
And he doesn't even talk about the fight. That's the funniest thing. He hops on the podcast. I like what it like. It just says the craziest stuff. Does not mention John Silva at all. Like,
well, I mean, this fight wasn't booked until after Seattle. You know that, right?
yeah, no, they booked this like right after he won, right?
Cause no, it was the
Oh, this is
night. Cause Gene Silva
then.
called him out, and then Bryce Mitchell texted Hunter Campbell and was like, "Yo, let me fight with him," and they signed him for Miami.
Yeah, this is just such an. I actually don't even know who's gonna win too.
I'm
I
going
want to say
Bryce.
John Silva,
I'm going
like, but
Bryce.
I think Bryce Mitchell is actually very good. Like he's very good, and John Silva's never been tested on the ground at all.
I'm going Bryce. I'm saying I'm gonna say this. If it if it goes to the ground, Bryce was just winning.
Okay, I'm gonna choose John Silva because I don't think Bryce Mitchell's gonna take it to the ground. I think he will definitely win if he takes it to the ground. Okay, this is
I
what I'm
mean,
gonna say.
but if you think about it,
If
think about it.
Bryce Mitchell takes it to the ground, he will win. But honestly, Bryce Mitchell is the type of person to not take him to the ground
But
at
he's
all.
he's beaten people who are more advanced strikers than him. He's beaten Edson Barbosa. He's beaten like
Yeah,
people like
but
that.
it's just the fact though that that's not John Silva. John Silva was a KO power.
But if you think about it, he Bryce Mitchell was able to take down Elix before you.
If
Think about
he
that.
wants, see, this is what I'm saying. If he does use the grappling, he will win. I just feel like for this specific fight, I just he I feel like he's not gonna do it. I
I
honestly just feel like he's gonna choose not to take him down.
I'm going Bryce Mitchell though. I'm going Bryce Mitchell for
I'm
this.
gonna go. I'm gonna go Gene Silva, and this is just because of Bryce Mitchell's own thing. I think Bryce Mitchell is better than him, but I think Bryce Mitchell is gonna do it. I think he's just doing it to himself right now,
All right,
just with
on
everything.
on to the next one.
Yeah,
Yar
you're versus
Rodriguez
Pitbull.
versus Pat Pat.
Pitbull.
I just say Pitbull, yeah, versus Pitbull.
Pitbull come Pitbull.
Um, I'm
Um,
going Yar Rodriguez.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. This is it's crazy, but I've been seeing too much people saying Pitbull. Dude, I feel like the people who've been saying Pitbull don't really know.
there is a skill gap between Bellator and UFC. I'm gonna say that right now.
Like, are we honestly gonna not choose Yair Rodriguez? This guy's very highly like he's really skilled.
Yeah, no,
He's consistently a top he's a top ranking featherweight. Like consistently. He's pretty solid.
yeah, no,
I I think it's pretty clear that he's going to win this, I think.
no, I know. I'm going Yar Rodriguez for this one.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Next
right,
one.
the co-main
This is
event:
also
Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimlet.
this is also very interesting. The
No,
whole
no, this
thing,
is
I do think this whole card is actually pretty close.
honestly this is
Michael
probably the best
Chandler,
card. This is probably the best card of the year. No, so far
we don't know so far. No, I think 311.
311. Who fought 311?
I thought I thought 311 was very good.
Well, no, I'm just
Go
saying
back to
like
311.
by name wise, like
Name
before,
wise, Islam.
like before when CP was on it.
No, it's definitely this one. I think based on name, like, what are you like? Because Islam is the biggest, is a bigger name than any of these guys.
Volk?
Islam's bigger than Volk worldwide.
I mean, yeah, you're true. That's right, but all right. Anyways, Michael
Okay, yeah,
Chandler versus
just
Paddy Pimblett. What are your thoughts on this fight?
uh, okay. I this is it's a very close pick, and there's a bunch of reasons why I wouldn't choose a guy, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Patty actually.
You're going Paddy?
I'm going Patty. I think most people are choosing Michael Chandler, and I think
Now,
Michael
to
Chandler
make it
is the more
to make it
fair.
make it like
Hmm?
to make it. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say here? To make it different, I'm gonna pick Michael Chandler. I can see both of them winning though. I can see them both winning. That's the thing, you know.
I think okay. The reason I'm choosing Patty Pimlet here is I think Michael Chandler kind of gets stupid. I
Yeah,
honestly think he gets so stupid in his fights. He'll go hard on the first round, but he'll just do some stupid things that like, he's all in for the war.
yeah. No, if you look at it,
Also,
like if you look at how much fight of
another
the
thing
nights,
is
I think like every single one of his fights in the UFC has gone fight of the night. Because
Patty
he
Pimlet.
likes to like. I
Yeah,
think I heard Patty say like a lot of people like they go for that too. Like they go for like the war aspect of him, right? But Patty Pimblett said he's not gonna go for that.
yeah. No, that's the thing I was also gonna say. He's a very person who's into this war stuff, but Patty just won't engage into that. He's just not gonna be a part of that at all. Like Patty's a smart fighter, and he's pretty well skilled in most stuff. I think Michael actually overall may have a higher level in like if you go pure striking and wrestling, he may be better than Patty, but I just think it's his IQ and the way he's gonna fight.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going Patty.
All right, I'm going Michael Chandler because I can see them both winning, and since you picked Patty,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go Michael Chandler to make it change things up a little bit, you know. All right,
Mm-hmm.
main event.
Main event. We both know who we're picking
We do
here.
we both know who we're picking, but
Boop. Oh, you
I
don't.
don't.
I can't sing that, right? No
Uh,
singing that.
no, don't
No
sing it.
singing that. Okay, I won't sing it.
But the thing is,
The land down under.
I'm the only one. Well, me and you are the only people in the friend group who are cheering for Lopez. We're
Yeah.
not. We're cheering for
It,
Volk.
yeah. Everyone
Everybody else
else
is
is
cheering
cheering
for
for
Lopez, bro.
Lopez, which is like that's definitely an interesting thing. I feel like most people around the world are cheering for Volk. But I do see a lot of people. No, it's not that people like don't like Lopez. It is more of the fact that Volk's just a fan favorite.
No, yeah, Volk is a fan favorite. You'll always be a fan favorite, you know.
I I am going with Volk. I think Volk is still a good fighter. I know there is some worries coming to this fight
Hmm.
that Volk's chin's bad. Um, another I saw someone talking about this on TikTok. He said like the motivation wasn't there. Like Diego Lopez would have more motivation to win this.
No, 100%. Yeah,
That
that is
because
true.
that is because basically at this point, Volk is the greatest featherweight of all time. He's extremely wealthy, and he's got it all, right?
Yeah.
And it is a fair point to say that Diego Lopez he needs to prove himself here. He can just like he can win the belt very fast here, but I think Volk's skill level is just I think it is above Diego Lopez.
Mhm.
It is
Mhm.
definitely above Diego Lopez. Um, there is the worry about the knockout. Diego Lopez has fast hands and he has some strong hands, but I think just skill wise, like overall striking volume and just like overall shot selection with like paired with that wrestling,
Mhm.
I'm going Volk.
I'm going Volk too. Um, it's pretty biased. It's a little bit biased, you know, but
No, I wouldn't even say that's a biased one. Like
it's a pretty even matchup. I'm gonna say it's a pretty even matchup
I
because
think it
if you think about it, Volk does have like Volk is probably better, but
Volk
Lopez
is better.
has like the younger, the faster, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got power, and it is scary for every fight if it's a guy who's pretty fast and has a good amount of power.
Mhm.
It's a scary thing to
But
deal
he's
with
dealt with this
for
stuff
every
before, you know.
fighter.
Yara Rodriguez.
Volk?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, oh, yeah. So Volk has. Um, I know we compare him to, like, we talk about the Ilya, but
But if you think about it, right? I was
Ilya
I was talking
is
to my cousin about this, right? Diego Lopez isn't on the same level as
yeah.
Islam and
He's not.
Taporia,
He's not those two.
right?
And
If you think about it, and
Volk
all of Volk's losses, they come from uh, well, besides that one, because he has 4 losses, but 3 of those losses are from 2 guys who are really skilled, really
top
like
2 in the world.
dominant. They're
They're
top
the
3
yeah.
in the pound for
They're
pound, right?
they're
What's
the
the pound for
top.
pound right now?
It's 1 Islam, 2 um
John
2
Jones, 3
John.
Taporia,
I
right?
think 3 Taporia.
Yeah. See,
Okay, but they are the number 1 and 2. I'm I'm not accepting
no, John Jones. Yeah, John Jones should be like top. He's definitely
Ilya.
top 5, but he's not like top 3.
Ilya is better than John Jones right now. He is definitely a more scarier fighter.
But that's what I'm
Um,
saying. If you think about it, right? Like,
we can look at this. But I think I understand what you're saying, but I do think it is kind of like you got to look at it now. Like I know he's faced these past people, but there is always a threat and with where he's at in his career. But I'm still just going with Wolf for
yeah, I'm
his.
going with Volk too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about it.
yeah,
Shot and intro.
yeah. I added one right now. I added an intro right here.
How shall the outro go?
You should
That's all, folks.
Riley should say the outro.
All right, the
It's
floor
gonna
is
be like
yours. The
a.
floor is yours, Riley.
No, don't put the pressure on
You're
me. I
saying the
wasn't.
outro.
Say the outro. Say it.
I'm not singing the outro.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
Tell me
go.
when you're.
Go.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you don't, bad things will happen to you for 10 years.
And leave a comment what you think about the video.